Welcome back to Movie Summary. Today we are diving into a film called Till Death Do Us Part. The movie begins with a couple at home. They are deeply in love. Michael cooks a nice meal for his lovely wife. He then takes her outside to show her her gift, a beautiful piano she always wanted. Madison is so over the moon, she is so excited. She can already imagine playing songs for their future little girl. The evening continues and we learn that Michael is hesitant in having kids now. She pushes it and he gets a little bit frustrated. The next day, Madison is checking the test like every day hoping it to be positive but it's negative. Michael comes and tells her that when the time is right she will be pregnant. Later that day, Michael comes back home after work to a birthday surprise organized by his wife. Hours later, all the guests leave and Michael offers Madison another gift. 2 necklaces with written "Till Death Do Us Part." Weeks go by and the couple is living the perfect life. One night, Michael is catching up with a friend Rob. Rob announces that he started a private investigation company. Michael congratulates him. He also shares that he really doesn't want kids and Madison keeps pushing it. Later that night, he comes home to Madison who seems very angry. She confronts him about the pregnancy test and tells him she knows he has been taking testosterone injections so she doesn't get pregnant. She is heartbroken that he lied to her while looking at her every day checking the test. She calls him a coward, screaming that she does everything for him, quit her job, clean, cook and treat him like a king. He responds, "Like you should, that is your job." She screams at him, "Your father would have never lied to your mother like this." This makes him snap and he slaps her to the ground. He whispers to her, "I'm the man of the house, I make the money, I make the rules." Days then go by and one night the couple goes to a gathering of Michael's job. There, he witnesses Madison talking to a colleague of his. And when they get home and he gets rough with her. The next day, Madison runs to Chelsea screaming that she is finally pregnant. She worries how will Michael react. But Michael isn't happy and wonders if the baby is hers. Months later, Madison finally confesses to Chelsea that her husband has been beating her up for quite some time now. She even normalizes it, but her best friend is outraged and wants her to go to the police. But Madison continues living her life and taking it in. Months go by and her belly keeps getting bigger. But at home, the abuse continues even stronger. So strong that one day, Chelsea notices the bruises on her face. One night, Madison tells her husband she will go stay at Chelsea's apartment. But as expected, he doesn't take it well so he starts beating her up reminding her till death do us part. But she hits him with a vase and successfully escapes. On the way, she accidentally drives into another car and is immediately rushed to the hospital. Michael and Chelsea heads there as well. After the surgery, the doctor announces to them that they couldn't save her, she is dead, as well as the baby. Michael is traumatized and runs away. Days go by and Michael is miserable in his house. We are then shown what really happened that night. Madison and Chelsea faked this entire thing. Madison is alive. They staged the accident and hired a fake doctor to tell Michael the bad news. Later that night, Madison wonders if it's the right thing, but Chelsea confirms they did what was needed to be done for the baby. Madison changes names and moves to Silicon Valley. Her name is now Kate. Madison is truly happy with her new life in her new house. One day, someone knocks on her door. His name is Alex, he is the neighbor. He visits her with his daughter Rachel. They introduce one to another. The next day, Madison notices Alex through the window stealing some of her lemons. She confronts him. Alex uses this opportunity to invite her to dinner at his house tonight. After hesitation, she shows up to his house that same night for dinner. Days go by and she grows closer to Alex and his daughter, developing a strong bond. Chelsea even comes to visit them. One night, Madison asks Alex where is his wife and reveals she passed while delivering his daughter Rachel. Alex then comes to the conclusion that she changed her name, and she finally reveals to him what happened to her with her ex-husband. Minutes later, he tries to kiss her but she avoids it. The next day, Michael receives a call from the hospital. They are trying to contact Madison regarding her last paycheck. Michael is shocked learning that his wife was not just home but was secretly working at the same hospital Chelsea works out. But he reminds her his wife passed in their hospital. But the lady on the phone reveals to him according to their records Madison left the hospital that night alive. Michael is shocked and immediately heads to the hospital to ask about Dr. Foster, the doctor who announced to him the bad news. But the receptionist informs him there is no Dr. Foster working here. She also gives him the item Madison left when she checked out. It's the necklace he gifted her. Meanwhile, Madison goes to visit her father at another hospital. Minutes later, Michael arrives to that same hospital. He asks for the room where Madison's father is. He enters the room and thankfully Madison is already gone. But Madison's dad tells him Madison was just here minutes ago. Michael immediately goes to tell his suspicions to Rob. Rob reminds him he owns a private investigation company and Michael decides to use it. The next day, Rob informs that a woman fitting Madison's description has been spotted. Meanwhile, Alex comes to stay with Madison because she is always paranoid when she is alone. The next day, Michael shows up to the diner Madison works at. He asks about Madison but they don't know that name. So he shows them a picture of her and the waitress tells him it's Kate. He asks where she lives, but the waitress doesn't know, but tells him to check the elementary school, that her boyfriend works there. Michael is in disbelief. That same night, Chelsea tells Madison about Michael coming to talk to her. But Michael is in Chelsea's house listening to her. A little later that same night, Madison gives birth surrounded by Chelsea and Alex. The next night, Chelsea leaves that hospital and when she gets in her car, Michael is waiting for her inside with a gun. Alex then drives Madison home. He invites her to stay in his house. She agrees and tells him she will pack in few. She kisses him and Michael looks at them from across the street. Minutes later, Madison hears music playing in her house as she gets out of the shower. She immediately rushes to the baby, but her baby isn't in her room. She then hears someone playing piano. She goes to the living room and it's Michael who is holding her baby. She gets scared, begging not to hurt her baby. He gives the baby back to her and tells her they have to go home now. He puts the necklace around the terrified Madison. At this moment, Alex knocks on the door and Michael threatens her not to do anything stupid. She tells Alex that she will stay home tonight. Alex then leaves. But he felt something was off, so as soon as she closes the door, he breaks in and attacks Michael. They both fight through the house. Madison tries to protect Alex. He pushes her away. She begs him to stop, pretending she wants to go home with him. And when Michael comes closer to hug her, she stabs him. But he is not done, so she grabs his gun pointing at him. Michael tells her he doesn't care, he died when he lost her. He comes closer to her and she shoots him. Moments later, police arrive as Alex is comforting Madison and the movie ends. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out other movie summaries we have on our channel.